everyone. Welcome to the call. I am extremely excited for this call right now. Whenever we have the privilege to collaborate with, our co-founder of the company and VP of Leadership and Development and, top producing regional vice presidents, it is always extremely exciting. So I have the privilege and honor of bringing up someone that I have become great friends with. I'll never forget when Mrs. Megan Williams moved to Ohio years ago, probably about six or 5 years ago. And I remember having a conversation with her, and because I was already in Ohio, she was in California, and they were just telling me like, hey, we got to get back to work. They had already built an organization of hundreds of thousands of customers. And they said, hey, we're living good, living a dream, but we want to get back to work and help other people. And I was like, wow, like you can be making this much money helping this many people, and you decide to move all the way to Ohio to do it all over again, and you're already set, and now to watch her be the number one regional vice president in all of North America for 2020. And then just a couple of days ago, literally 2 days ago, promote the first regional vice president promotion of 2021 and all of ACN, who was also the number one RD for 2020, is just incredible. So she's the perfect person to learn from and listen to. So I hope that you guys have your notepads and pens ready. I want to bring up to the front Circle of Champions Regional Vice President, Mrs. Megan Williams.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen. It is such a fun treat to be on here today. It's interesting. This entire last year has been a time of change. But what hasn't changed is how real and amazing it is to work with Stephen. And now we get to do it from our homes. It's so fantastic. And what Stephen didn't tell you is that he is always top regionalized president. In fact, we are constantly in a very fun competition. But he is so honorable and so humble that I want you guys to know that he has helped so many people succeed. It's fun, though, because I've seen him grow in the last 5 years as we've been in a marketplace together. And it's just been an honor to see him just develop not just himself, but thousands and thousands of other people and their successes. And so tonight, to be able to host the call with him, it is really a privilege. And we have some other wonderful regionalized presidents on the call, and we're glad to have them as well. But I am honored to talk. And so I'm Megan and this is Ryan. We are hanging out here together on a beautiful evening before it snows here in Cincinnati. And we are really thrilled about what we're going to share with everybody. Some of you are brand new on the call, and so we're going to run through a business presentation to understand it. And like Stephen said, we have a huge opportunity tonight to meet our owners and our VP of North American Sales. And so I'm going to go very briefly, but I promise you're going to be excited about what you see. But just a few things just to know about us. And Stephen said some very nice things. The truth is we have wonderful people we work with. Normal, everyday people are creating income. And Ryan and I are the perfect example of that. I was a high school teacher and he was in law enforcement. So we didn't have any extra skills. I wasn't a public speaker. We had never owned a business. And so for some of you who are looking at this for the first time, this is the perfect entrepreneur starter kit. But as we've seen with Stephen and his success over the last 8 years, you can build a humongous company and give yourself options and choices, which is just phenomenal. And that's what we're going to show today is how we can do that. Now, this home-based business is phenomenal because you can do it from home. You can do it around your busy schedule. You don't give up who you are. All this is going to do is enhance relationships you already have. And as I take us through the overview, I want you to ask yourselves a couple questions. If you could create more money, what would you do with it? For me, I wanted to have more time with my kids. I wanted to have options where he wasn't working so much overtime. And it was worth putting a few hours a week into something that could give us some long-term value. And I think you're going to see this today. You're going to absolutely love it. And what I want everyone to know is that you don't have to have any special background. It's very, very important. And the company itself is so incredible that you really are just going to kind of walk in to a successful environment, which is going to be phenomenal. So I'm going to run through this really quick. So the company, Ryan's going to have to scoot back now. All right. Our company has been in business now for 28 years. I've worked with them for 18 of them. We have wonderful accreditations, and having an A+ on the Better Business Bureau is phenomenal. All right. So that's really important to know that we have a great track record. What I also love to share with everybody is that we're not brand new. We're in 27 countries. We have millions and millions of customers. All we're doing, though, is because we're so small, there's so much growth potential that all of us can win, but we don't have to go through growing pains anymore. So we've got solid credibility without any of the stress and the risk. Now, here's why I got excited about this 18 years ago. When I say 18, I feel like I'm still only 18, so I shouldn't be 18 years ago, but it's okay. I'm a lot older than that. But here's what's so exciting. We're involved in 7 of the largest industries. Let's think about this. How many of us have used a cell phone today, right? How many of us have logged into the internet today? We're all on it right now, right? Some of us have snuck some TV in. I know my kids have. And the fact that we're working with name brands like Spectrum and AT&T, and we've got Dish and DirecTV, we've got home automation with Vivint, and we have merchant processing. Just recently, we've been able to help a few companies keep a lot of money in their pocket because they swipe these cards, but our fees are less. So those things are really great because we can bring more value utilizing the best networks, utilizing name brand companies. But the reason why we're really excited and why my husband and I did move from California to Ohio was because of the energy market. And today we're going to hear some great stories about how we can monetize bills that we're all spending. Now, every single one of us has turned on the light and taken a warm shower. Are you kidding me? We can't live without this. It's going to get really cold here this weekend in Ohio. And imagine if you could make money on a bill you're already spending. See, it gets me really excited. And out of all the states in the United States, 19 of them are deregulated, and Ohio is the best. So even if you don't live in Ohio, you can have friends here and we can do good things. And then, of course, our last product is identity theft protection, which is so exciting because in that scenario, we get to be first. But we're dealing with a time of a lot of cyber crimes. We're all online. We're all using it more often. And so it's not whether or not your identity's been stolen. It's just whether or not you find out about it in time. And our company, ID Seal, is amazing. They help us so much. They restore, and they have over $1 million coverage. And it is amazing. My husband's background in law enforcement is one of our favorite products. It has been so valuable. Just in the last 6 weeks, we have helped at least 6 or 7 people set up this service and help them. It was able to help them fix and restore different types of fraud that has happened because of their identity. Another great added value that we have with our services is every time we connect a customer, we feed a hungry child. And that's pretty nice, especially in this pandemic where there are a lot of children who are not getting 3 meals a day. It's nice to know that our own services can bring people more value. So at this point, we have 7 amazing industries where we can bring more value to people on their everyday services. And some people listen and they go, that's fantastic. And they choose to be a customer and work with us. But the rest of tonight, we're going to be talking about timing and positioning to create income. And I promise it really is phenomenal. And it's incredible to take money that's already flowing. We don't have to create it. We don't have to convince people to buy something they don't need. We don't have to store any inventory and have any type of high pressure, but we can just bring more value to other people. And the reason we do with that is our business model cuts out all the traditional advertising, and we can go right to the customer, just like a good referral. Now, ladies, tell me it isn't true, but we do not go get our hair done unless we've gotten a referral from someone we trust and their hair looks good, right? And we would never use a dentist or a lawyer unless we knew it was good. Warm market referral is so normal. So this is not something new, but now people like you and I can have conversations with our friends like we normally do, give them more value and create a business. And I love that part. So let me run through how the business works. So we buy an online store one time for $199. It sets it up. All of our different industries are immediately available for people to buy and have more value. And then what's so nice is as we start connecting our customers and we work with our groups and helping them for only $25 a month, they support our entire company growing. Now, I taught high school and I went back to school and I got my master's degree. And let me tell you, I couldn't buy books for $199. It was way more than $25 a month to go to school and to hopefully get a job. But with our business model, we can see results super quickly and we can have really great return. So we get paid 4 ways. And I'm going to run through them really quickly because we're very excited about hearing from all these different things. But trust me, you'll get excited too. So the first way it works is when you get a customer, every month you can decide how much you want to earn. So every month, my husband and I kind of make a goal and we go out and we usually work with 1 or 2 households. And so we usually redirect about 8 services on a part-time basis. You know, we have hundreds and hundreds of personal customers. It's not necessarily our focus, but we get referrals constantly. I got 2 today, so it's kind of nice. So what's nice is if I was your customer and you asked me to support you, then you could add up our services and you could make a one-time bonus. So if I was your customer, I would have energy, internet, TV, because I've got kids, so we have TV. I have a cell phone. My husband has a cell phone, and so does my 15-year-old. Okay, so there's 6 services and we're one person. I have home security, and then I have an identity, and so does my husband. So now we were one person, but we were 9 bills. If you worked with us for an hour, could you imagine making an extra $400? We couldn't drive Uber and make that kind of money, you guys. And the nice part is that those services brought me more value, but it helped your business grow. And the neat thing about the way that this works is instead of just making a one-time bonus, you actually get to make a percentage of the commissionable revenue. So now every month we're paying our bills like normal. You'll start at 3%. But soon you'll grow to 20%. And over time, on a part-time basis, what if over this whole year, working part-time, you've redirected $5,000 in commissionable revenue? At 20%, that would be an extra $1,000 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but as a high school teacher, an extra $1,000 a month would blow my socks off. It would prevent me to have to work all the overtime in summer school and all the extras. It would give time back. To me, this is the most powerful concept and the reason why we took the time to do this business. We love residual income, and that's really why we're on this tonight. And then we have 2 more ways that we can create money and profit share because other people are going to like this. In fact, as I was getting some customers this week, they asked me what we were doing and how we were able to work from home. And so as we helped them get their own online store and they started getting customers, they get to earn those bonuses and you get to earn a one-time bonus as you help them learn how to use their store, get customers in the system for them so that they win and you win. So every week you can earn these upfront bonuses as you help new people. But even better, we have the opportunity to profit share. That means we get to share in all the commissionable revenue of our group, 4%. And that gets really exciting. If you're a numbers person, it can blow your mind. It's so thrilling what is totally possible with this. And so we really love it. And we break this down in our trainings to really understand how we can have this success. And more success comes as you help more people get customers. The whole goal in this is to redirect money being spent and have real customers paying real bills, having more value, and you growing a company. And as we move across the stage, we want to be in a position to make money very quickly. We start off right away, but the goal is to hit the next position called executive team leader and beyond as fast as possible. And so I want everyone to know that we help do that and we have results and we've seen people get these results very, very quickly. And today we've got a few people I would like to showcase. Now, executive team leader means that you've gotten customers and you've probably helped some other people get customers. And so the first individual has been in the business about a month and has had a lot of success and combined Her team has over 50 customers. So the first individual I'd like to showcase and tell us her story is Miss Jenny Golden. Let me find you. If you could unmute yourself, my dear, I will spotlight you. There she is. Go ahead, Miss Golden.
Okay, well, thank you, Mrs. Williams, and good evening, everyone. As she told you, my name is Jenny Golden, and I am a retired educator after 36 years working with students and teachers, and 26 of those years with Bedford City School District as a school administrator. So I became an IBO, as Mrs. Williams said, for ACN a little bit over a month ago, and now I am an executive team leader. So I partnered with ACN because of a couple of things. I wanted to make additional income because I'm retired now. I wanted to be able to help people so that they can acquire quality services as well as savings. And I'm always trying to build a legacy to leave for my family. So those are my reasons why. And so I am acquiring several Zoom Energy customers, and I've done that because of the excellent competitive rates that are available through Zoom, the ease that it takes to switch a customer from where they're currently with a company to Zoom, and then the Zoom extras that are available to all of our customers. I mean, they can get free gift cards, they can shop at restaurants and hotels and stores. And so that's always a perk for them. So all of these things I was able to accomplish because of the phenomenal leadership and training and support. And I just want to thank Mrs. Williams for letting me share tonight. Thank you, Mr. Payton, for having me on the call.
Well, we appreciate you, my dear. And highlight it for me. He's been my good little helper. We really appreciate that. And it's so exciting. And I love your heart to serve, my dear, because that's one of the neatest things is doing something kind. We really are bringing value for people. And I love that. That's fantastic. Our next individual, Miss Rochelle Pope, she has been working in the business about 90 days now and having tons of success. So we're so excited to hear her story and why she loves getting customers and doing these things. There you go, Miss Pope.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rochelle Pope, and I'm executive team leader. And my background is the medical field. And everybody know when I got started because my son got ADHD, and I was tired of people telling me when I could go to get off work to help him. So a good friend of mine asked me to tell me about the business, and I got started, and I relocated to Georgia. But to make a long story short, I started during the pandemic. And right now, as of today, I got like over 181 personal customers. Team customers, I have 236. And for energy, I have 34 customers. And I get a lot of, right now, I got a lot of free perks. I got free gas, I got free electric, and it's all due to the leadership and training. And, also they told me, make that list. I made that list, and I remain teachable and I remain coachable. And it's all due to the phenomenal training. And I turn it back over to you, Ms. Williams.
Well, Ms. Pope, I didn't even get a chance to talk about all the free things we get. And that is so exciting. And I'm so proud of you. And that just means you've helped a lot of people already in such a short amount of time. It's fantastic. Well, I love that I got to showcase the ladies first, but we got some gentlemen who are doing some good things too. So guys, I want you to know we have other people having success. The first gentleman is a friend. And now I feel like we're friends. We've been able to work in the Cincinnati market, but he's actually from Northern Ohio, which is kind of funny. He's been in the business now less than 2 weeks. And James has been hit executive team leader in about a week. And I'm really excited for him to tell his story, and his heart to serve is also the same place that we've been hearing great people. So James, if you could tell us a little bit about you and why you love this opportunity and what you've done.
Thank you for having me. I'm Pastor James Gray, and I currently work at a church that has a life center, and we help people pay their utility bills. During this pandemic, we really got an influx. Don Napier, who could not make the call, came to our church and said, hey, don't you know you're paying these bills at different costs? So making a long story short, our church is a very, very large church. So we are currently working that out. But I wanted to do the business as a pilot to see if it could work out for us. With that being said, I partnered with one of our community partners that has a apartment complex with many, many units. And I was able to sign him up over Zoom, and I made it ETL in 3 days. So it's been exciting, rewarding. We currently use some of the services as well. We haven't seen any perks yet because I'm so new, so I don't know all these perks. But it's very simple, and I tell you, everybody I talk to, they actually want to help you. I was shocked by that. There's like, as long as it's the same, I don't care. I don't even look at the bill. Just I want to help you out. So just ask.
That's fantastic. And I don't know if he said it out loud to James, it's very humble, but his partners, he was able to help them redirect money, put better value in for their property complexes. And we did over 300 accounts the last week. So that's pretty exciting, you guys. That's really exciting. And all in the energy market. And now we're starting to expand in some of the other things. But it's really exciting. We're really excited for James and what he's accomplished. The last individual is a good friend of mine. I met him last year as we were networking, very successful business owner, but traditional. And I came to his office and I liked everything that he stood for. And I said, I'd really love to do business together. And so we've been able to do it. And currently within ACN, he's hit one of the positions called Regional Director here in Cincinnati. And he's having a ton of success, which means a lot of his teams are having success. Currently, he's the #1 regional director in the company for the new year. And so I'm excited for him to share his story. Mr. Chrisley.
Thank you, Megan. And James Gray, very interesting to hear your story. My background is accounting and finance. So I am one of those numbers guys. So I'll apologize for that up front. It's been about 30 years combined between a company called Price Waterhouse and Campbell Soup Company. And I most recently built a private accounting firm for small businesses, which I sold in September 2020. And I told you this because I want you to understand that I'm a trained skeptic. I was trained as an auditor. So I'm always kicking the tires and always looking for things that are wrong. And I've always had also sort of an innate desire to control costs. So helping people get a better value on their essential services is just a natural fit. So if you know any accountants, it'd probably be a good thing to talk to them. Fast forward to 2020, I recently sprinted to the position of regional director, as Megan mentioned, with the help of my upline mentors and a handful of key team players. So there's three things that I want you to consider. And as I look back at that, number one, at the beginning of October 2020, I set a goal for the end of November to reach regional director. And I realized that that meant a substantial volume still had to come in. So I had a clear picture of what was the task at hand. So that's really important to have that goal. Secondly, my mindset toward customer volume changed. Once I had that goal in mind, suddenly everyone I came in contact with became a prospective energy customer. So I have a few favorite questions that I like to use as, conversation starters. I'll ask somebody, do you still use energy at your house? And then I just wait, for the pregnant pause and wait for an answer. Or I might ask them, has anyone analyzed your energy costs recently? Do you have a personal energy consultant? What's that? Nobody has one of those. So, and always when I'm talking in that conversation, somewhere I'm going to fit in there that they'd be doing me a huge favor by becoming a customer. And that was a word that I didn't always have a lot of comfort with. But the third thing to consider is I'm still studying this industry, this energy industry, and I'm constantly learning new things by looking at people's bills. So there's wide variances in supply rates, state by state, and even within a state like Ohio. For example, 5 cents per kilowatt is a great rate in Southern Ohio, while 13 cents per kilowatt is very competitive in Southern New Jersey. So I had to get used to those differences. So many, one of the ways we gain a competitive advantage is that many suppliers are not following up with their customers at the end of the contract. And this can lead to some excellent opportunities for Zoom Energy and ACN together. So last thing I wanted to mention is you've got experts as mentors who have done this a little longer, or in some cases, a lot longer than you. So be in constant contact with them. They have a vested interest in your success. Thank you. And now I'll turn it back over to one of my favorite people in the world, Mrs. Megan Williams.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that tons. So listen, we saw tons of different personalities, tons of fantastic diversity, tons of different backgrounds. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone has energy bills. That's what's so incredible about this. And everybody has an identity. And we can choose to monetize this and to have great results. And tonight, as we speak with our owners, I want you to be asking yourself the question, would you like to create money with us? Because we'll